How's everybody doing? I want to say thank you to my new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Well, for myself, I'm doing great. I woke up this morning. God is so good all the time. Listen, we got some stuff we're going to talk about, right? We got an hour. We're going to be off of here in an hour. But, but we got some stuff. We got some stuff we're going to talk about, okay? I want to talk about well, before we go into that, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, make sure it says all so that every time I go live, you will get notified. Okay. Now, I want to go and pull up the shooting that happened. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. What's going on, good folks? Yes, let me share my screen right quick because I wanna talk about the shooting that happened. Okay. Yes, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, talk about it. Yes, because that was terrible. It was terrible. And I didn't really get to go into it. So I said, well, we'll talk about it on here tonight. Please go subscribe to Kitchen Table Talk, where we conversate and talk over there. Shit. Okay. Um, okay. Let's see. We're gonna pull it up. We're gonna pull it up. We're gonna pull it up. Yes. Yes, because it was terrible. It was terrible. They say, from my understanding I got, uh, it was six people. It was six people that got killed. And from the understanding I got, they say that he just shot into the crowd. I don't know, but guess what? We're gonna see if we can find something about it so we can talk about it. Talk about it. Okay. Okay. Oh, they got plenty of stuff in here. Okay, let's see what the New York Times is saying. The New York Times, they got something in here too. Excuse me, y'all. That was my cup, my straw man. Let's see. A joyful July 4th event turns into a scramble to survive. Howland Park, Howland Park, the third. I don't know why they got Highland Park 3 up there. But it sounded at first like fireworks to the parents who had brought excited children to a charming 4th of July parade in their town. Or perhaps a military salute to the flag. But within seconds, as marching band members and politicians strutted down the street, horrified spectators realized the noise from a nearby rooftop was a high powered rifle spraying bullets into the crowd, killing six people and wounding dozens. The attack in Highland Park, a usually safe lakefront suburb north of Chicago, set police on a sprawling manhunt, that forced residents to shelter in place for much of the day and prompted neighboring cities to cancel their holiday events. About 8 hours later, the police said they had taken into custody a 22-year-old man whom they described as a person of interest. Even in a country battered from the constancy of mass violence at grocery stores and elementary schools, and on urban street corners. The carnage in Illinois proved shocking. According to the Gun Violence Achieve, a nonprofit research group, the shooting on Monday was the 15th this year in which at least 4 people were fatally shot in the U.S. For reasons that remain unclear to the police, Monday evening officials said a young man had climbed onto a rooftop with a rifle and begun firing into a sea of families in lawn chairs who were celebrating Independence Day. My wife looks up and screams, "Get up, run," said Sean Couture. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. 47, a Massachusetts resident who was visiting family in Illinois and who said he initially thought there were firecrackers nearby. Mr. Couture estimated his family was sitting in chairs about 20 feet away from the gunman, who was on the roof of a store firing down. I can't even get the image of the guy out of my head, he said, describing a man with a large gun, wearing fatigues and a hat pulled down. He was just opening up fire, and I saw the bullets hitting the tree that was like literally in front of us. Police officers who were already assigned to the parade route arrived and rushed to help the wounded, the authority said. Victims ranged in age from 8 to 85. Doctors who received the injured at local hospitals said. The gunfire stopped around the time officers arrived, police said, and the gunman was able to get away. By late afternoon, SWAT teams were still combing the area, and officials were asking residents and businesses to turn over photos or videos that might provide clues. Authorities warned that he was believed to be armed and told the public not to approach him. Lord, take the wheel. Ooh, then they got 2022 mass shootings, gun violence in America. 2022 mass shootings. The Gun Violence Archive has counted more than 300 mass shootings in the U.S. through early July. Here is a partial list. Police response. What role should the police and bystanders play in mass shootings? A review of 433 active shooter attacks from 2000 to 2021 offers some insight. A split in Washington on June 23rd, a day like no other, the Senate passed a gun control bill for the first time in decades, while the Supreme Court delivered a victory for gun rights. School safety. School districts are spending billions on high-tech systems meant to help stop mass shootings, but there is little evidence to suggest that they work. Okay. Then they went on to say, could this happen again? Deputy Chief Christopher Covelli of the Lake County Sheriff's Office asked Monday afternoon while the search for a gunman was on, and as other Chicago suburbs rushed to cancel parades and fireworks shows. We don't know what his intentions are at this point. Robert E. Crimo III was taken into custody in nearby Lake Forest after a brief chase, the police said. Survivors described a joyous family event with high school football players and a marching band that turned suddenly into a scramble to live. Dr. David Baum, an obstetrician who had come to the parade to watch his 2-year-old grandson push a bubble lawn mower alongside dozens of other children, said he rushed to help after what sounded like a sonic boom and people yelling, "Bodies down, bodies down." Mm, mm, mm. Whew. Diego Rosas, who was working at a grocery store near the parade route, heard perhaps 30 shots, then saw people running toward the store. He let them inside. Alexander Zandovo, who had arrived early with his family long before the parade started to stake out a prime viewing spot, said he did not immediately realize what was going on. When it started happening, I thought it was the Navy saluting the flag, said Mr. Sandoval, a construction contractor and a lifelong resident of Highland Park. Then I grabbed my kid and we ran and tried to break a store window to get away from it. Mr. Sandoval said he also tried to break a door down at a closed business, but then had to continue running. I was punching the door but couldn't punch through it, he said. I think the shooter stopped and reloaded, and that's when I ran around the corner and put my son and little brother in a dumpster. Mr. Sandoval said he saw a police officer carrying a wounded boy about the age of his own child. It's just emotional, he said. The shooting brought outpourings of sympathy from across the state and country and renewed pleas among Democrats for stricter gun laws. Barely a week after President Biden signed the most significant gun legislation to clear Congress in decades, President Biden said he was shocked by the senseless gun violence. Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, a Democrat, vowed to end this plague. There are no words for the kind of a monster who lies in wait and fires into a crowd of families with children celebrating a holiday with their community, the governor said. There are no words for the kind of evil that robs our neighbors of their hopes, their dreams, their futures. Those victims included Nicholas Toledo, who had recently moved back to Highland Park from Mexico to spend more time with his family, according to his granddaughter, Zochild Toledo. Miss Toledo said her family had gone out at midnight to line up chairs so 15 of them could be together for the 4th of July. 3 in that group would be shot. Mm, mm, mm. We brought him over here so he could have a better life, Miss Toledo said of her grandfather. His son wanted to take care of him and be more in his life, and then this tragedy happened. After the shooting, 26 people were taken to Highland Park Hospital, 25 of them with gunshot wounds, said Dr. Brigham R. Temple, the medical director for emergency preparedness at North Shore University Health System. At least 10 other patients were taken to nearby hospitals, he said. Their injuries range from minor to severe. With downtown still considered an active crime scene and residents encouraged to stay inside, many in Highland Park spoke of a mix of shock, grief, and anger. On a day that we came together to celebrate community and freedom, we're instead mourning the tragic loss of life, and struggling with the terror that was brought upon us, Mayor Nancy Roderin said. I think every parent now in the community and every other community starts to look at risk completely differently, said Dr. Bone, before referring to the mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas, that left 19 children and 2 teachers at an elementary school dead. Uvalde is a couple thousand miles away, but Uvalde happened in Highland Park in a different way. The attack on Monday came less than 8 months after the driver of an SUV stormed through a Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin, about 80 miles northwest of Highland Park, killing 6 people and wounding dozens more. In Illinois, Chief Cavalis said that officials had recovered a rifle and that hundreds of local, state, and federal law enforcement officers had searched for the gunman. The Lake County coroner said at least 5 of the 6 people who died were adults. Officials did not immediately release their names. Wow. Wow. Ooh. News of the shooting rattled people across the Chicago area as officials weighed whether to go forward with their own celebrations amid the grief and the manhunt. Several cities and towns called off parades and fireworks displays and even closed beaches. In Highland Park and neighboring Deerfield, residents were advised to stay indoors. Michelle Bernstein, a resident of Deerfield, the said her 2 teenage daughters were at friends' houses at the time of the shooting. She told them to stay there until the gunman was apprehended. One of her daughters was scheduled to work as a lifeguard at a local pool, she said, but the pool closed for the day. I'm hoping they catch the person so my kids can come home. Ms. Bernstein said in the hours before a person of interest was taken into custody. Right now, I don't want to go outside. And as the afternoon dragged on without an arrest, signs of sudden terror remained scattered along the parade route. Abandoned strollers and empty lawn chairs, some with half consumed drinks in the cup holders, were lined up along the sidewalk. A child's bicycle was discarded along the curb, and a cheerful looking balloon left alone in the grass said, God bless America. Wow. 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 So, this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. It's crazy. Let's see if we can get a picture of the shooter. Let's see what the shooter looks like because I'm not sure what the shooter looks like. So let's see. Let's see what the shooter looks like because I'm not sure. Picture of the yes. Let's see. I think I've seen a picture. Okay. Let's see what this will give us. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Stop playing with me. Mm. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna share this with y'all. Okay. I gotta share this with y'all. Excuse me, y'all. So let's see. Um, yeah, let me share this with y'all. Okay. 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 Here's the shooter. This is the shooter, y'all. This is the shooter. This is the shooter. And this is for teaching purposes. This is the shooter, people. Okay, let's see what they say about him. Excuse me. Highland Park 3 officials have captured Robert Bobby Crimo III, the suspect in the Highland Park parade shooting Monday morning that left 7 dead and 30 others injured. Robert Bobby E. Crimo III, age 21, was taken into custody Monday evening in North Chicago. These are the victims of the Highland Park parade shooting. Authorities said he was driving a silver 2010 Honda Fit, Illinois license plate DM80653, and was pulled over during a traffic stop. After a brief chase, he was taken into custody without incident, police said. Who is the Highland Park parade shooting suspect? Officials named Robert Bobby Crimo III as a person of interest in the Highland Park parade shooting. They previously described the suspect gunman as a white man with longer black hair, a small build, and wearing a white or blue t-shirt. Crimo is considered armed and dangerous. Excuse me. So, wait a minute. I want to make sure y'all can see this. Hold up. Let me get back to my. Wow. This is our shooter, y'all. This is the shooter. This is the shooter. I don't know if y'all seen him or not, but this is the shooter. The FBI released more information on Crimo, saying he weighs 120 pounds and has 4 tattoo marks on right cheek, across his neck, and above his left eyebrow. He has ties to Rockford, DeKalb, and Elgin, Illinois. Excuse me, y'all. Wow. Officials said while they named Crimo as a person of interest, they said he is the suspected gunman. Calling someone a suspect or person of interest, it's really synonymous. Lake County Sergeant Christopher Cavalli said. Tuesday morning, Cavalli said in a press conference that Crimo had been planning the attack for weeks. Cavalli said Crimo was disguised during the attack to conceal his facial tattoos and hide his identity. During the escape, more than 70 rounds were fired from a high-powered rifle that Cavalli said appears to have been purchased legally by Crimo in Illinois. Excuse me. Who is Robert Bobby Crimo III? A check of the Lake County Sheriff's website and the Cook County Sheriff's website shows Crimo has not been in their custody in the last few years. Cavalli said Tuesday Crimo is a resident of Howard, Illinois. WGN's Ben Bradley investigated Crimo's background. Online accounts associated with Crimo featured him in music videos acting out the aftermath of a school shooting. In one clip, a newspaper headline, "A presidential assassin, Lee Harvey Oswald, is tacked to a wall behind him." That music video was posted in March. A music channel associated with his performance name has more than 3 million streams on Spotify. Bradley quick checked has not revealed a criminal record, but he continues to search databases. Cremo's father unsuccessfully ran against Highland Park Mayor Nancy Rotering in 2019. Mayor Rotering confirmed to YGN. Did the Highland Park parade shooter take hostages? Police said there is no indication that the gunman took hostages or was barricaded. Where can I report tips about the Highland Park shooter? If you have photos or videos from the scene around the parade route, excuse me, or have any information about the gunman, you are asked to call 1-800-CALL-FBI or the Highland Park Police at 843-432-7730. Okay. So this is our shooter, y'all. Wow. Stop playing with me. Wow. You know, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm lost. How they say I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say about this. I don't. It's just terrible. It's terrible. That's all I can say. It's terrible. But see, that's why we have to be careful, y'all. We have to be careful. Be careful. What you know. When we out, we gotta be careful. Be aware. Watching your surroundings. You gotta be careful of the people that's in your circle. You understand what I'm saying? You just got to be careful all the way around the board. You got to be careful because we just never know. We just never know. You never know when something going to break out. You know what I mean? You just never know. You don't. You never know. And it's really dangerous out here. It's dangerous. It is dangerous out here. It really is. It's dangerous. But we got to be careful. And pay attention to what's going on around you because people just off and running. People just crazy. Seriously. People are off and running. Off and running. Like, seriously. It's terrible. I pay attention when I go out. I'm paying attention to who around me. I'm paying attention to the cars that ride past me or any of that. I just pay attention. I be aware, alert. I put my phone up. I don't be looking all in my phone. You know, some people be walking and they be all up in their phone. You better put that damn phone down. Because somebody be done walked up on you and knocked you in your damn head. Oh man, I just knocked over my fries. I sure did. Shoot. Hey Tony, how you doing? Y'all gotta be careful and pay attention when you out there because you see how people just taking guns and zapping out, just start shooting. So when you out and about, you gotta pay attention to your surroundings and pay attention to what's going on. Because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. I don't know what was on his mind. He looked a little off though to me. I'm good, Tony. I'm doing good. I just came on here for a few minutes. I ain't gonna be on here long. But I don't know. I don't know. That's just I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. I really am. Every time you look up, somebody taking a gun and just start shooting and acting crazy. So I don't know. All I can say is that we need to be paying attention and if you carry, strap up, you know, and be responsible with it. Don't be reckless. Don't be out there being reckless because you carrying. And I wonder if that's why some people doing it, because they can get a gun, you know. I be wondering if that just pushes them to do the things that they do because they can now get a gun in their hand, you know. I don't know. But I feel as though people should carry. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I'm not against that. But I am against people being reckless, you know, with carrying guns. Like, you got to be responsible when you carry. You can't just feel like you can, you know, bust caps in people's asses because you carrying a gun. That's not how that go. No, you got to be responsible. So I don't know. I'm just lost for words on this. It's not the first one. It's not the second one, and it won't be the last one. That's why I don't be hanging out like that. I don't be hanging out in crowds and all that stuff. I don't be doing all that. Times have changed. I don't be hanging out like that. If I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm picky about where I go. You know, I don't just go because it's a crowd and I'm just gonna go and hang out. No, thank you. Mm-mm. No, thank you. I'm not doing that. Because every time you look up, somebody's grabbing a gun, shooting, acting crazy. I don't know what get in these people head. Sometimes some people, I think the devil just get to them, or the devil already in them, and they just spaz out. Hmm. It's terrible though. I there was something else I wanted to talk about. I hope I can find it. Ooh, oh man, oh man. I do. I hope I can find it. Come on, man. Let me find it. Let me find it. It was something I wanted. Something else I wanted to share with y'all. Ooh, let's see if I can find it. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh man. I hate that when I be having something on my mind that show to share with y'all, and then I can't find it. Wait a minute. I do. I can't stand that. Bandages. Okay, wait a minute. Bandages. Oh, okay. Okay, wait a minute. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah, this was a trip. I don't know. Y'all might have heard about this. I'm not sure. But we're gonna see. 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 Wait a minute. Our lazy boyfriend. Benny and the Jets. Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. All right. Let's see. Benny and the Jets. Yes, this is something I wanted to share with you all. It's a trip. It popped right up too. I wanna see. I wanna see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Jets. I did this the other night. We was watching something on here, and they gave me a damn copyright. I don't know what for, because I didn't show anything. But then when I thought about it, I did show that. I showed the girl picture in here. Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. Being a jet. Come on, my thing is moving slow for some reason. Okay, which one is it? Which one is it? Teenagers who killed their entire family. Yep, 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 yep. Mm, 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 mm. I said, wow, there's a whole lot of stuff going on for real. I'm like, what in the hell? What the hell is going on? Okay, come on now. No, this is not it. Come on. Why I can't find you? Why I can't find you? Why I can't find you? Uh, 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 uh. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, okay. Here we go. I was going to say.
Seven putting on body armor. Undetected mental health issues, and then just snapped. So my brother's attacking my family.
The following stories tell the tale of three children who did the unthinkable by taking the lives of members of their own family. The Bever family was made up of parents, David and April, and their 7 children, who ranged in age from 18 years old all the way down to 2. There were 4 boys and 3 girls. They were from a town called Broken Arrow in Oklahoma. All of the children were homeschooled by their parents, but were not known to interact with other homeschooled groups that were local to the area. At times, the kids would be seen playing in their backyard, but only with their siblings, not other neighborhood children. It appeared that the Bever parents were very productive and not willing to allow their children to interact with others. It was as if they were afraid of the dangers of the outside world. Despite the Bever parents seeming to not want their children to find out about aspects of the outside world, they strangely did not seem too worried about their internet use. The children had nearly full access to the internet, and there were multiple tablets and computers at their disposal. The older 2 boys, 18-year-old Robert and 16-year-old Michael, initially engaged in pretty normal internet use for their age. They liked researching things like Star Wars, different sports cars, and music. They also enjoyed playing the game Minecraft. Robert would also make a couple of his own personal vlogs where he would discuss different projects he was working on. He seemed motivated and excited about a skit he planned to soon release.
We'll make my first skit soon. I'm going to show you a sneak preview of it. It'll be like a minute long. It's going to be some good stuff. I think it's going to be very good.
Unfortunately, Robert's interests would soon shift from more innocent things to quite disturbing topics. He became infatuated with the aspect of killing people and would research information about different serial killers. He was obsessed and couldn't get enough. His brother Michael looked up to him greatly and would do whatever he asked of him. Robert ended up confiding in Michael about how he wanted to kill people, and soon the pair started sharing an interest in murder. The pair were fascinated by famous killers like the Columbine shooters, Ted Bundy, and Richard Ramirez. They longed to make a name for themselves by outdoing these killers and taking the lives of even more people than them. They discussed killing their own family members while recording and then later posting the video to YouTube. While they planned their deadly plot, they also became obsessed with a movie called Rampage. It's a violent film that came out in 2009. In it, the main character resents the world around them and feels the need to bring down the population and restore balance in the world. As a result, he takes on a self-given mission to kill as many people as possible. In the movie, this individual commits many murders and ultimately gets away with it, framing the crimes on his friend. It's an incredibly dark film and one that Robert and Michael ultimately got inspiration from. They wanted to begin by killing their own family and then move on and commit another killing spree somewhere miles away. The boys were truly serious about their intentions to kill their family and killing others. Robert purchased guns for them online. He then had them shipped to a local store where he planned to pick them up the day after the murder took place. He also ordered a huge amount of ammunition. He was actually bold enough to have this shipped to his family's house. The plan was that after they killed their family, they would then take the ammunition and weapons and steal their family car so they could travel to the location of the next killing. Michael would later explain to an investigator what he and Michael had been thinking at the time. We wanted to kill everyone in the house first, and then we would have all the packages to show up over the weekend, he began. He spoke in a cool, calm voice, as if he wasn't talking about committing a horrific murder. He explained that the first stop on their list would be Washington State. Michael had never learned how to drive, so he would be relying on Robert to get around. Strangely, the pair picked a time and a date based upon when the ammunition was expected to arrive. You know, all the ammunition, he didn't want them to see that, so we killed them the day before the ammunition came, Michael explained. In preparation for their killing quest, Robert took cash out of the bank so that they could use it while traveling. He also wrote all the details of the murder plan in a notebook, which he and Michael discussed ahead of time, point by point. They had planned for the killing spree to take place at night. They were going to wait until everyone slept before they began. They planned for their father to be the first target, and then they would go from person to person until they had taken them all out. They planned to kill only their father with a crossbow, and the others with a knife or a pistol. The way Michael emotionlessly described their plan is enough to send a shiver down anyone's spine. I would go upstairs and shoot David, Dad, in the eye with my crossbow, which would kill him, he said. Despite their careful preparations, nothing would end up going as they planned. The pair seemed to falsely believe that they would only have to stab someone once to kill them. But In reality, the murders would be more difficult. In a written confession that Michael would later give to the police, he explained that on the night of April 22nd, 2015, they waited until 12 a.m. They would then gather their gear. The plan was that he would kill their father, along with their 13-year-old sister, Crystal, their 5-year-old sister, Victoria, and 2-year-old Autumn. And then Robert would kill their mother and their 2 younger brothers, 12-year-old Daniel and 7-year-old Chris. On the night of the murders, Robert and Michael would actually change up their initial plan. They ended up choosing Crystal as their first victim. Michael lured Crystal into the bedroom he shared with Robert by telling her that he wanted to show her something on the computer. When she entered the room, Robert attacked her.
So she's standing on this behind this was the other thing she felt once.
When Crystal didn't immediately die, Robert stabbed her again and again in both the neck and stomach. Despite Crystal's injuries, she was able to leave the room on foot, yelling for someone to get their dad and call the police. Crystal would later end up telling a different story. She claimed that she was the one who entered the room voluntarily and that Michael hadn't come to get her. She went on to say that she saw her brothers preparing for their sinister mission and also saw a variety of knives lying on the bed. Before she had time to react to this strange scene, it was then that Michael distracted her with his computer while Robert attacked. Believing that her death would be quick and silent because that's how it appeared to him in the movies he had watched. Crystal ran away screaming, which alerted their mother, April, who came to see what was going on. When Robert was distracted by his mother, Crystal made it out of the house and onto the driveway. In the meantime, April is screaming for help while Robert sees her again and again. After Robert believed that April was dead, he ran outside to get Crystal and drag her from the driveway to the porch, likely afraid that her screams would alert the neighbors of what was going on. He then ran back inside and told Michael to bring Crystal the rest of the way into the house so he could go on to finish off the rest of the family. Michael managed to get Crystal into the entryway of the home where he left her before locking the door behind him. When Robert re-entered the house, he would find that both Victoria and Christopher had locked themselves in a bathroom out of fear. They were not certain what was going on, but they needed to protect themselves. Michael approached the door and tricked them by saying that Robert was the only attacker, and they needed to let him in the bathroom so he could hide too. Christopher believed his older brother and opened the door for him.
Michael entered the bathroom
with
both of his siblings to
both of
death.
his siblings
Meanwhile,
to death.
Daniel, just 12 at the time, had already come up with a plan to get help. He locked himself into his father's office, the room right next to the bathroom, where Victoria and Christopher had been hiding. He then used his father's phone to call 911. In the 911 transcript, Daniel can be heard whispering before giving the dispatcher the address of the home. He would then go on to say, my brother's attacking. When the dispatcher asked questions trying to understand what's going on, Daniel suddenly stops responding, and yelling can be heard in the background. Seconds later, it's Michael that answers the phone by saying hello. Just as Michael had tricked Chris and Victoria, he also tricked Daniel by getting him to open the door. When he did, Robert attacked Daniel dozens of times, eventually killing him. Meanwhile, 52-year-old David Bever had been asleep upstairs this whole time, unaware of what was going on. When the chaos became loud enough to wake him up, he raced downstairs to the very disturbing, violent scene. He lunged at Robert, hoping to keep him from hurting anyone else. But he was unarmed while Robert carried a knife. Robert managed to stab his father in the chest, and after David fell to the ground, he began to stab him again and again until he died. He stabbed him approximately 28 different times, not only in the neck, but in the torso, face, arm, and hand. At this point, Michael and Robert believed they had finished the job of killing everyone. They seemed to have forgotten their baby sister Autumn, who was sleeping upstairs at the time. They were planning out their next move when there was a sudden knock at the door. Not knowing if it was the police or a neighbor, both Michael and Robert decided not to answer it. Instead, they grabbed a pre-packed backpack and ran out the back door and kept running until they reached the woods. It was in fact the police who had knocked at the door. While standing on the porch, they heard a very weak voice inside the house asking for help. They ended up breaking down the door and going inside. They immediately saw Crystal, who was lying in the entryway, gravely injured. It was clear she didn't have much time, and it was a wonder that she was even alive at all. Paramedics quickly arrived at the scene, and Crystal was rushed to a hospital where she was treated for her severe wounds. Remarkably, she managed to survive. Meanwhile, as police began to investigate the scene of the crime, they would find all of the dead bodies that had been left behind. The house was covered in gore and looked as if it was the set of a horror movie. They passed dead body after dead body as they made their way through the house. When they got upstairs, they found little Autumn in her bed. At first, she didn't appear to be moving, and they were worried that she was also harmed. However, upon taking a closer look, they would discover that the little girl was only sleeping, and likely had been sleeping throughout the entire ordeal. Had the knock at the door not happened at that exact time, she likely would have suffered the incredible torture and abuse that her brothers had put her through. The back door was left open, so the police knew that the boys had likely gone out that way. Through the use of police canines, they were able to track both Robert and Michael down quickly. They asked them to put their hands in the air, which Robert did immediately, but Michael hesitated, and the police released a canine, which tackled them to the ground. Both Michael and Robert looked horrific when they were found. They were covered in gore and looked as if they had just stepped out of a horror movie. They were both arrested and taken into police custody. In Michael's mugshot, he appeared to be vacant, while Robert shockingly had a smile on his face. He looked as though he was proud of what he had just done. Initially, Michael tried to change the story of what went down that night. He claimed everything had been Robert's idea, and he just stood around and watched. He claimed he didn't intervene because Robert had threatened to kill him, but eventually, as the police pressed him, he confessed to stabbing Christopher, but only one time. Investigators did not believe him and pressed on. Every stab wound that you inflicted, we're going to know about, and this is your last chance to let us know. To be honest, to man up, and tell us exactly what you did and start making it right. Michael doesn't admit to stabbing anyone else besides Christopher. However, when police spoke with Robert, he told the whole story and explained which deaths Michael was responsible for. Both Michael and Robert would eventually be charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of assault and battery with a deadly weapon. They initially pleaded not guilty. Michael's lawyer tried to get him tried as a juvenile, but because he was facing a murder charge, state law required that he be charged as an adult. While in police custody, Robert did attempt to take his own life one time by tying a bedsheet around his neck, but his attempt was unsuccessful. He would eventually plead guilty and wound up being sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He didn't appear to be very sorry, and at one point he could even be seen smiling while in court. District Attorney Steve Huntsweiler believes that Robert deserved the death penalty for what he did, but did not want to put the surviving victims through that. The determining factor for me was I have a surviving teenage young girl and a toddler. Those children deserve a life, and I'm not going to saddle them with what I know, the reality of a death penalty case to be, he said in court. Michael would later be called in to take the stand at his brother's trial. He said for a while the plan wasn't real, it was just something he said to make him feel better, a reporter recalled of what Robert contributed. Michael would ultimately be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. To give him life without parole, they would have to find that he was beyond any hope of rehabilitation for the rest of his life. And the jurors said they did not find that, so that is why they chose a sentence of life, 5 counts of life. A reporter on the scene explained. Both Autumn and Crystal Bever were adopted into the same home. Meanwhile, both Michael and Robert remain behind bars.
Wow.
Nehemiah Grazia was born on March 20th, 1997 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His parents were very religious and they practiced the Christian faith. Nehemiah was one of 7 children and the apple of his parents' eye. He was a talented athlete and a musician, went to church regularly and volunteered. Every sign pointed towards him enjoying a positive future. He wanted to go into the army, just like his dad, Greg. Greg had a rough start to his life and got caught up in substance abuse. He even spent some time in prison. However, he ended up turning things around and finding God. He would eventually become the pastor of a church called the Calvary Chapel. He was well known around the community for advocating for children, giving inspirational talks at the prison, and even volunteering at the homeless shelter. Greg's wife Sarah played a big role in his conversion. She grew up highly religious and also frequently volunteered for the community. From the outside looking in, it seemed as if they had the ideal family, but there may have been things going on that the public didn't know about, especially early on in Nehemiah's life. Later brain scans would show that Nehemiah had suffered some sort of abuse when he was younger that affected his brain. It was also possible that he struggled with some sort of mental health disorder like schizophrenia. Nehemiah would also later allege that his parents were very strict and mentally abusive by keeping the kids on a rigid daily schedule. In time, he would begin to resent his parents, and this resentment would turn to anger and would eventually reach reach a breaking point. On the night of January 19th, 2013, Nehemiah got into a big argument with his mother. She would end up sending him to bed early. He was 15 years old at the time. As the hours went by, he tossed and turned, unable to fall asleep. His anger was growing and growing until he could control it no longer. He eventually crept out of his room, made his way to his parents' room, and quietly opened the closet. He took out a .22 caliber rifle. At the time, Nehemiah's mother and little brother Zephaniah were asleep in the bedroom, while his little sisters Angelina and Yael were asleep down the hall. Nehemiah hit his mother in the head, instantly. Zephaniah woke up confused and startled. When he asked what was going on, Nehemiah told him that he had killed their mother. At first, he didn't believe him, but then upon showing him the evidence, the child began screaming and crying. Even though Nehemiah had previously only been mad at his mother, he would end up shooting and killing Zephaniah too. He would then walk across the hall where his little sisters were. They had both been awoken by all the noise and were scared. He would then shoot and kill them both. Horrifically, he would then return to the bedroom where his mother and baby brother lay dead. He took a picture of his mother's body, which he would later send to the girl he was dating at the time. He lied to her and said that she had been killed in an accident. He would then return to the little girl's room and hit them many more times in order to ensure that they were dead. After massacring his whole family, Nehemiah took his weapon and went downstairs. It was there he sat for 5 hours until his father returned home. That night, Greg had been working the night shift at the homeless shelter, so he didn't arrive home until 5 a.m. As soon as he walked in the door, Nehemiah shot and killed him. Once he had finished this grisly task, Nehemiah then took his weapon and ammo and packed them into the car. He planned to continue his killing spree, with his next targets being his girlfriend's parents. He also wanted to shoot up a wall. But his next move was so unpredictably shocking that no one could have suspected it. The next morning, he went to a mass at the same church where his dad worked, and his family was well known. Many people who knew the family found it strange he was alone, and his whole family was strangely absent. Meanwhile, Nehemiah's girlfriend had passed along the news that members of his family had been in some sort of accident. The current pastor of the church became concerned and eventually decided to drive back to the house with Nehemiah and check on his family. While driving there, the pastor, who happened to be a retired police officer, had a hunch that something was terribly wrong and called 911. It wouldn't be long after that Nehemiah was arrested and taken into custody. Initially, when he was first questioned by police, Nehemiah lied and said that he had been away at a friend's house for a couple of days and returned home to find that his family had been killed. He said that the reason he didn't call 911 was because he was in shock and not thinking straight. But as time went on, he confessed to the killings and admitted that he was dealing with the thoughts of taking his own life, but was often angry at his family members too. Nehemiah was charged with 5 counts of murder, but because he was a child at the time of the killings and had mental health problems as proven by his brain scans, Judge John J. Romero of the New Mexico
No, nobody told me. Check for yourself. Thank you. Thanks for telling me. Nobody said a word. I don't know why it's echoing. I don't have nothing open. Oh boy, let me see. It's only when you play the video. Oh, okay. When I play the video, it's echoing. I don't know why. Well, y'all, we want to end it. If I can't figure out how to play it without, I don't want to play it with no echo. That's for sure. I definitely don't want to do that. Thanks for telling me. You said it only do it when I play the video. Excuse me, because I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear no echo while I was playing, you know? But I'm glad you told me. Let me see something. This is something. Yeah, I don't want to keep playing it. If it's going to keep echoing, I definitely don't want to keep playing it. Hey, Terry. I ain't see you coming here. Thank you so much for telling me. I don't know why it's doing that. Sometimes it'll echo. Sometimes it'll do good because I couldn't hear the echo. Sometimes it'll do good and then sometimes it won't. And I don't want to play it if it's going to be echoing. You know what I mean? Because it makes you not want to listen to it when you hear echo, when it's echoing. I definitely couldn't hear it. So I'm glad you said something. Tori said, I'm feeling great. I'm doing great. I'm not claiming anything less. I know that's right. You know what? I was up here. I was sharing the video where the people had killed their whole family. Young children, teenagers had killed their whole family. This is some of the stuff that we got going on right now. I'm telling you. And they say black women are being killed in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one woman was killed and they chopped her up and put her in a bag. They found 3 bags. One of them had her head in it, one of them had her arms, and one of them had her legs. And they didn't find her torso. They don't know what happened to that. But they say a lot of black women have been killed up in Chicago. Like it's what you call it? When they having a lot of murders. Like it's what's the name going on? But it's a lot of black women being killed. We know that's happening in a lot of places, but they say it's really happening up there. Like they might have a serial killer. And nobody was really saying anything about it. But now it's starting to come out, you know, because wasn't nobody saying nothing about it at first. And then the girl's sister came out and talked about it to the news people. And then come to find out it's other families where, you know, there are black women in their family ended up getting killed. And so now they're trying to get the story, bring the story together and bring it out. Because it's a lot of women that's been killed. Yeah. Yeah, serial killer. And they seem to think it's more than one. That's what they were saying when I was looking at excuse me, when I was looking at the report on it, right? They were saying that they seem to think that it's more than one person. Then they found a woman, a black woman, of course, in this condominium house, in an empty house, where this guy had tied her up and had been raping her. Well, we ain't supposed to say that on here. Well, violating her, right? And she started screaming and stuff, and somebody heard her. So they called the police and stuff, and they did get her out of there. Yup, he had tied her up and had her in that empty house and had been violating her. He would leave and come back, leave and come back. Mm-hmm. And eventually he probably was gonna, he probably was gonna take her life. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what the plan was. But I'm glad the people heard her. I'm glad when she was screaming and hollering, the people heard her. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the lady sister said that people don't she said that people don't, what's the name? They don't take people that live in that part of Chicago, they don't take them serious. You know what I'm saying? They act like they not important like that. Mm-hmm. I said, that's crazy. But you got that a lot of places where they think highly of some people, right? But other people, they don't. You know what I mean? Like they do, colored people and non-colored people. They think that they, is important, and they think that we're not that important. You know what I'm saying? But they trying to get the stories and stuff together so they can come out and bring awareness to it. Mm-hmm. Because I was asking Eagle about it. I said, did you know this was going on up there? He said he didn't know. He hadn't heard nothing about it. It's strange when it comes to Black women. Nobody hears anything about it. It gets swept under the rug, That's how it be happening when it comes to stuff like that. That's crazy. You said, Missy, you must call crazy. Crazy or otherwise crazy will seem normal. Yeah, because I pulled up the article in New York Times about the guy that shot into the crowd doing the 4th of July thing. I read that at the beginning of this video. Mm-hmm. I was like, wow. Yeah, I pulled this picture up. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I say we gotta stay prayed up, y'all. It's a lot going on. You just never know. You know what I mean? You never know. You just never know about people. That's why gotta stay prayed up. You really do. It's not no joke. It's not a joke. And thank my new subscribers. I do. I got quite a few new subscribers. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Yes, I really appreciate you. I don't know how many videos that some of y'all done looked at, the new people, but I talk a lot about self-development, self-love, things like that. I talk about ways that you can get your life back together, like start loving yourself, your inner self. I talk a lot about that because a lot of people are dealing with that. A lot of people are dealing with a lack of self-love, for whatever the reason. A lot of times the inner self is broken and damaged. It is what caused people to act the way they act towards other people because their inner self is broken and damaged and they need self-healing. So we talk about those type of things over here. I got a lot of videos with a lot of gems in it, a lot of wisdom and knowledge, you know. So y'all can check them out on y'all free time. But we try to talk about something over here that can help people. That can, you know, we try to talk about things that can help people in their personal life, you know. That's what we do. We don't do no foolishness and stuff over here. We don't be over here cussing out people and all that. We don't do none of that. So if that's what, if, you know, if that's what you're looking for, you ain't gonna get. We don't do that over here. No, this is not the channel. What we do, we try to help people get on the right path. Like, say for instance, if you're in the South, if you broken or you damaged, right? We talk about a lot of that to try to help people get back on the right path. So that's what we into over here. We don't, you know, we're not into no toxic stuff. So I say, Miss Lisa, if black men don't respect black women, how can the world respect black beyond being a sexual object? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I hope that they get it together. You know, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. And I don't listen to it, you know. I've ran across a few videos where I hear men talking about, you know, the black woman, but I don't really get into it because a lot of that stuff, I don't live by it, right? I don't live by it. It's not a part of my life. And so I don't listen to it, you know? So I don't know what's going on with that. I feel as though men and women should respect each other, period, point blank, right? But for some reason, some men seem like they're angry with black women. I don't understand that. And then you got some black men who act like they mad if you're a black woman and you're a single mother. I don't know what that's all about. Because if you don't want to deal with a single mom, that's your choice, right? That's your choice. So, you know, if you don't want to be bothered with them, then don't. Don't. You're not obligated to do that. If that's what you don't want to do, you don't have to do it. But I just don't understand the rhetoric, you know, for people to just keep talking about that. Every time you turn around, excuse me, a man is talking about a single mother. You know? Oh, she had to be with a Pookie and Ray Ray and this and that and the other. No, sometimes a relationship don't work. For whatever the reason. Sometimes a relationship just don't work. And if it's not working and it's a toxic relationship, then you're doing the right thing by getting up out of it. You know, I was in that situation. I'm not going to stay in a relationship if I know it's toxic, right? And it's not healthy for me and my child. I'm not going to stay in it. That's just me. That's just me. That's how I feel about it. I'm not going to do it. But you hear some of these men talk like, you know, no matter what, you're supposed to stay there. And I just, that's not, you know, no, I don't agree with that. Same way, if a man with a woman and it's toxic, then he should roll out. If they can't get it together and work it out, then he should leave. Right? He shouldn't stay around a relationship if it's toxic. So I just don't understand all the talk about black women. I don't understand it. I feel like if you don't want to be bothered with a black woman, don't bother. You know what I mean? You're not obligated. You don't have to be with a black woman. You don't have to deal with a black woman if you don't want to, right? I just don't understand all the rhetoric. You know, every time you turn around, you know, black woman this, black woman that, modern women this, modern women that, modern women this, and modern women that. And first of all women aren't the same. You hear some of them talk, they talk like all women are the same. We are not all the same. We are different. We are different. And women, let me tell you something. It's okay when you start learning how to, learning different things in your life. It's okay to do better. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. Okay? And that's what some women do. When they start, learning how to do better, when they know better, they do better. That's how it's supposed to go. You're not supposed to stay stuck in a rut. You're supposed to elevate. You're supposed to learn, as you get older, you're supposed to learn different things so that you can move different and better in life. I don't understand, some of the rhetoric I hear. I just don't understand it. I don't be feeling it. I really don't, because one thing I ran across that I forgot his name, but he was doing a reaction video to a black woman's video, and she was stating that, that she not gonna let a man try to get her out after 12 o'clock at night and stuff like that. She said she ain't for that. And he said, oh, but you was for it when you was younger. You was for that when you were younger. Like everything she said, he just contradicted it, twisted it up, It was crazy. But like I said, you're not supposed to stay stuck in a rut. You're supposed to learn so that you can do better, so that you can be better. That's men and women. You always supposed to learn, keep learning so that you can do better, become a better person. Sorry, say Miss Lisa YouTube channel is about self-love, how to have positive relationships in your life, the great Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, overcoming addiction, learn to properly express your emotions, child care, how be the beast, how to be the best version of yourself, how to overcome the past and build a better future. That's right, Tari. Thank you so much. You put that exactly to the point. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, he just rounded it all up. That's what my channel is about. We talk about a little bit of everything that goes on in life, Yeah. We don't bash people over here. We don't bash men. We don't bash women. We try to be straightforward and not be biased, That's what we do over here. We try to look at things in different perspectives, so that we can try to give out the best information possible. That's what we do over here. You know, I don't understand it. Tari said, Miss Lisa YouTube channel is not drama, social gossip, putting down the black race, promoting, putting down black men. That's right. I don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. We want to see everybody win over here. We want to see everybody do, be the best version of themselves. That's what we want. So we try to give out the best information possible. So we want to see everybody win. We don't try to down people and stuff like that. We don't do that. Them channels, I can't look at them channels. They upset my spirit, I can't do it. I cannot do it. Because they really upset my spirit with that. Just always talking about a black woman. I be like, what in the world? What is going on? I've never seen men talk about black women like that. I've never seen that. I haven't. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen men come together and talk about black women like that. I've never seen that in my life when I was coming up. I've never seen men do that. I really didn't. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because we are in a spiritual warfare, Maybe that's what's going on. But I pray. Oh, yeah. I pray all the time. Because I just think that is so sad. Because as black men and black women, we supposed to try to come together. We don't have to be together. You know what I mean? Like be in a relationship with each other. But we should learn how to respect each other and be cordial with each other. You know what I mean? Like we should be able to have a conversation and things like that. That don't mean you got to be with me or I got to be with you. But we should be able to respect each other when we in each other's company. Simple as that. So I don't get it. I don't get all it. I don't understand it. I'm lost with that. Excuse me. I'm lost with all that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't understand that. Because I feel like we especially at a time like this, we all definitely need to be trying to come together at a time like this. The last thing we need is to be going against each other. You know what I mean? We don't need that. We really don't. But of course, you got some people that's what they want. That's what they like to do. And I noticed that when you're talking about the black woman on these channels, your numbers go up. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but I've noticed it. That when you're talking about the black woman, your numbers go up. That's why some people do it. That's why a lot of people do it. You even got some black women talking about black women. You even got some black women talking about black women because their numbers go up. Got to be careful though what you're doing. You got to be careful about what you're putting out in the universe. You have to be careful. I'm telling you, you got to be careful how you do it, how you do that, because things come right back to you. Oh yeah, things will come right back to you. So you definitely got to be careful about how you put stuff out in the universe. Yep. What's my time? Oh, y'all, I'm ready to go. I done passed my hour, y'all. I'm supposed to get off here in an hour. I done went over the hour. I wasn't going to come on. I was going to wait till tomorrow and come on. but I came on anyway. Yeah, I came on anyway. Yeah, I thought Eagle was gonna come over here after y'all finished, because I had set mine for 9 o'clock, and I thought he was gonna come over here as soon as y'all finished, but I see he didn't come. Yeah, he did not come. Miss Lisa has videos that tell how she rebuilt how she rebuilt I think you meant to say the foundation of her life in drug treatment, family relationships, self-love, the great Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, proper emotional. That's right. Yeah. No lies on this channel. I sure do. I tell it like it is. I don't have no reason to be telling lies, you know? I did some short videos. Yeah, I did a few short videos. I forgot all about that. That helps. I gotta talk to Eagle about that because I forgot about that. Oh, proper emotional expression and raising a child with special needs. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. I did. I thought stop playing with me. I thought Eagle was gonna come over here once y'all finish. Yeah. I'm getting off of here though. I done went over my hour. Yeah, I've been doing some short videos and I noticed that helped too. Cause honestly, I had forgot all about it. I had forgot all about short videos, you know. Oh, he wasn't feeling good. Oh, okay. I might have to go. I'm gonna have to check on him. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm getting off of here though, y'all. I done went over the hour. I appreciate y'all for stopping through, hanging out with me. Y'all check my my short videos, because sometimes if I don't come live, I'm gonna put a short video up. Okay. So be looking for my short videos too. All right. Yeah. Be looking for my short videos because I'm gonna be doing those. Yeah. This is you need to make a YouTube short playlist. I'm gonna put one together. I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna put a playlist together too. But I'm gonna do some short videos because that helped. I forgot all about those, honestly. I did one. I had one that I had did, right? And I did another one. I got like 800 and something views on it. Yup. And I gained some subscribers from it. So I'm gonna be doing some of those too. The short videos. I'm gonna do some of them because I had forgot all about it. But I'm gonna put a playlist together. Sorry. I just gotta figure out the videos I'm gonna put together. But I'm definitely gonna put one together. Because they say that's helpful too. I'm trying to do something different that'll help my channel along the way, you know? Yep. But I love you guys and thank y'all for tuning in with me. Please hit the like button and share the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notification bell says all so that when I go live, you'll get notified. And there's something else. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to Kitchen Table Talk. And go over there and check out my thrift store on Instagram. It's old and new stuff on there. And Miss Lisa, please make the video so you can post to YouTube, Rumble, and Odyssey. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna mess with that Rumble. Is it Rumble or is it Odyssey? I'm trying to think. One of them I don't think I'm gonna mess with because they want you to attach your YouTube channel to it, and then it still ain't no guarantee that you're gonna get on there. Right. And always remember, that's right, sorry, repent and pray. Yes. Yes, we got a spiritual warfare going on. Get connected. Get connected, people. Get spiritually connected. Yeah. It's one of them I don't think I'm gonna mess with. And I seen a lot of reviews, right? They say you gotta have at least 300 subscribers, which I do, but I'm not trying to I don't like the way they trying to set that up. So one of them I'm not gonna mess with. I can't remember if it was Odyssey or Rumble, but one of them I'm not gonna mess with, because it's like it's like they connecting it with YouTube, and then kind of like say if YouTube say something, they gonna go along with it. And some people say they didn't even get in, and they had 300 subscribers and they didn't even get in. Some people say they just denied them. They didn't give them a reason. They just denied them. So it's one of them I'm not going to fool with. But I probably, is it Odyssey? I think it's Odyssey. I think it's Odyssey. But one of them I'm not going to fool with because I don't like the way they trying to do things, I don't like that. But I will probably go on the other one, I'm gonna go on the other one. I can't remember which one it was. I gotta go back and look. There's one of them I'm not gonna fool with. And there was a lot of people on there that left a review, right? And they were saying that the people ain't let them in. They denied them and didn't tell them why and all this kind of stuff. I ain't trying to get with that. And they try to set up where you gotta connect with YouTube if you got a YouTube channel. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I will see y'all, Lord's willing, and I wake up. I'll see y'all on the next one. I will. I'll let you know, Tari. I will. I'll let you know. I gotta go back and look so I can let you know which one it is that I'm not gonna remember. One of them I'm not gonna mess with because they trying to make you they want you to you can't get in there unless you connect your YouTube channel with them, right? And then you gotta have 300 subscribers, and they still might not accept you. Ain't no guarantee they gonna accept you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get with that. I ain't trying to play games like that. That's crazy. But I'll see y'all on the next one. I'll make sure I let you know, Tari. I love you all. God bless each and every one of you. And I will see y'all on the next one.